How you doing? It's Sandesh here, and I'm here to do a video on an article. It's on pushsquare.com, and it's about that horrendous PS5 Pro reveal. I'd personally never saw it when it was live. But the thing is, to be honest, did you really need to see it? Because um, what was announced? I mean, that was it was just completely dumb all over the place. Anyway, but just to recap, you won't get the vertical stand. You have to pay for that separately, which should be free in the box, by the way. You won't have the disc drive, by the way, which and you're allowed to pay and you'll have to pay an extra $100 and just to buy it separate, or nearly £100 separate if you're in the UK, if you want that. They're taking away basic hardware features that should be on a console, and they're basically sending it right back to you. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. What they're doing, they're just doing a complete con, and they're pretty much just laughing at your face. And and there's people. The funny thing about it is, people are actually defending on how Sony's going about this, just because they're just because their preferred way is like digital gaming, or because of the fact that, hey, I'll get to see a few more blades of grass, or the water's going to look a lot, or puddles of water's going to look more better in the in the games. First of all, just because this is a PS5 Pro, that doesn't mean to say that's automatically going to happen, because the base PS5 is already capable of doing that. The problem is not the console. The problem is the developers making the games for the console in the first place. Because what sells the console is the games itself. The console was only going to look shit because of the games on how they're developed. If if the games are done bad, and then that's not the console's fault. That's the developer's fault, whoever makes the game, or the publisher's fault. And we've seen this happen, and we've seen this happen since the start of this generation. We've seen this happen, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna view I'm gonna look at a few comments, like two of two that that actually like the reveal, and two that are rightfully so shitting on it. I mean the price altogether, even if you're living in America, or even if you're living in Europe or the UK, it's just an absolute joke. And there's an article on Time Extension that was trying to justify it in a way which is actually stupid, saying, "Oh, well, what about the 3DO? The 3DO was $700 on when it first came out." But it's like, well, first of all, the 3DO already had the physical CD tray in there. Sony are taking that out. Sony are taking that out by design. I guarantee you they wanted this to be a digital console, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I kind of don't blame Mark Cerny for this, because obviously his job is obviously is a designing the console, making the console. So as far as like as far as price point, and how they're going to sell you the hardware and accessories, that's obviously not his job. That job's going to obviously fall onto management. And I also heard of the fact that because the Japanese yen is tanking, that's why they're jacking up the price on it. It was like, well, you know what? That's not gonna matter if very few people buy this. Look at the VR2. Not many bought it compared to the first one, because of how expensive it was. And they seem to forget of the fact that we're living in a day and age now that we're pretty much living in a cost of living crisis, even though it's not talked about, but we pretty much are. And people are struggling to pay rent. and pay for luxuries and that, and it's pretty much only content creators that are pretty much gonna have like disposable income when you really think about it, like proper disposable income, or where they're gonna be able to afford this. But the thing is, it's gonna be like, well, how many content creators are there compared to the casual people that are probably A, can't afford it, or B, are going to be like, that's an absolute joke. And by the way, the and let's say in the UK, the over £800 it's obviously going to be to get like the stand, and obviously if you wanted the disc drive, right? Remember, you've also got to pay an additional £70 for a game as well. Let's say if you don't, let's say you do not have a game and you want to buy one, that's another £70 added on top of it as well. Now, it's just so head scratching of the fact that there was no awareness, and they were like, whoa, hang on a minute, we need to really rethink this. And like I said in a previous video, Herman Holst and the guy who took Jim Ryan's position. You know what? Them two need to really need to go. Honestly, I think they're going to end up doing more damage to the PlayStation brand. And I read on a Facebook post, someone was saying, rightfully so, they're becoming the Sony of the PS3 launch, where they were so arrogant, and where they didn't care how much it cost, and because they were because they just ruled with the PS1 and the PS2, and that's their arrogance right now. That's their mindset right now. Um. Anyway, one of the comments, I'll put the I'll leave a screenshot. You should see it about now. Anyway, one of the comments says, "This is completely stupid. I'm down. I can't wait to get mine and play my PS5 games in there at best possible form with all that next gen looking ray traced goodness. Plus, the extra power is undoubtedly going to handy next year. He's obviously mean going to be handy, and when what arrives. I'm wondering if that's the point of the 2 terabyte SSD. Well, the thing is, you obviously this guy seems to forget. No, the best possible way to play PS5 games is not going to be on the PS5. It's going to be on PC, no doubt about it. It's going to be on PC because the thing is, what happens when another GPU comes out, another graphics card, and and another CPU comes out. Well, guess what? Then the PS5 Pro. That's going to be it's going to be obsolete compared to PCs again, because you know that another graphics card will come out no matter what. You know a new GPU is going to end up coming out for PC no matter what. It's just that's what happens with PC. Um, that so this post just made no sense. It was a proper head scratcher. Um, um, I'm just going through the comments. Sorry about this. Um, all right, here's another one. And at least this guy is aware. This is the crap. This is the crap Apple does. They have the tech and know how to build it to its full potential, but no, they held back features so they can release a new version and just get more sales. Yeah, that's what it seems like they did. They could have built the PS5 to where you don't have to decide between performance or graphics, but they did this crap of holding back the good stuff just to sell the Pro. So shady, dishonest, greedy. Yeah, exactly. They're the Sony of PS. They're the PS3 Sony. That's what they are. Um, this one, another one, just sums up the stupidity of gamers. Even though I consider myself a gamer, as annoying as the $700 price tag, um, well, I guess they were supposed to say is no. $700 price tag. That's not it. Let's say you want a stand. It's going to be more than $700. The $700 is the console on its own. And let's say you want to let's say you want to buy the game physically. That's another $80 on top of that. And also $700. Not true. You got to pay tax as well in America. So that's going to be more than $700 as well. Anyway, I know damn well I'll be buying one when the time is right. I need to play Ghost of Tsushima 2 at its very best. Oh God! Again, like I said, the superior way to play PS5 games is going to be PC. That's just my opinion. Um, anyway, you know what? I'll I won't go through any more comments, but I'm gonna um I'm gonna leave it at here. I'm gonna say this. I got a bad feeling that um they the price point of the PS5 Pro on its own is a test on if they can get away with it. Because if they can get away with it, then when it comes to the PS6, then you know for a fact that this this price point is going to be nothing compared to what the PS6 is going to be. The PS6 is going to be a lot worse. And the only way that won't happen is if you don't buy it. If you don't buy it, then they're going to rethink it. And what's also even and also someone was I think an analyst was saying that this is gonna sell because the thing is the PS4 Pro sold at the time of when it came out. Well, by the time the Pro came out, right, the base PS4 had a price cut. The PS5 has not had a price cut, and yet they're doing this. And now obviously they're doing refurbished consoles. Well, I think it's obvious that people are going to prefer to buy a refurbished console now compared to buying a PS5 Pro. So it's just completely stupid. Um, anyway, as I was talking about the PS6, now because of this, they could potentially get away with it if enough people buy it. I mean, my brother was saying that he wasn't gonna he wasn't gonna play PS6 regardless. But the thing is, I think this just gave my brother a damn good reason not to play on PS6. And to be honest, I might not even bother if the PS6 ends up being even more than the PS5 Pro, and if they jack up the costs of the games yet again for the PS6. The only way they won't do this is if you vote with your wallet. Their hardware sales are down, and they're thinking they could get away with it. You got to prove to them that no. And also another thing, if you want to play these PS5 games, you know what? Just get a PC. Don't buy the PS5 Pro. Don't give them a reason. And the thing is, they'll get the message, and they'll be like, oh, okay then. Because like I said, the superior way to play PS5 games, and look, I've got a PS5, and even I'll admit it, the superior way is to play it on PC, even though I don't have a PC. Um. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you around.